Thomas, the tank engine, was ill. The workmen had tried desperately to make him better, but it was no use. "Edward must take you to the works," said the Fat Controller. Thomas felt very miserable. The Fat Controller spoke to Duck next. "I want you to help Percy and Chorby while Thomas is away." Duck was delighted. He already knew Percy and soon made friends with Toby and Bertie. Terence the tractor gave him a big welcome too.
"Take care with Thomas's coaches,"
he advised.
"He's sure to miss them while he's away."
Duck was very gentle with the coaches. Annie and Clarabelle were impressed.
"Such nice manners! It really is a pleasure to go out with him."
By the time Thomas came back, Annie and Clarabelle told him how well Duck had managed. But Thomas was so pleased to be home that he soon forgot to be jealous. The works had left Thomas's handbrake very stiff. It made his brakes seem as if they were hard on, when in fact they were not. Resulting in this, he and his coaches often overran the platform. Thomas found this most embarrassing. As days went past, his driver and fireman learned to be extra careful. But one day, Thomas's fireman was ill, and a relief man took his place. The fireman had fastened the coupling and joined the driver and station master on the platform to wait for Henry's passengers. The fireman had forgotten all about Thomas's handbrake. Thomas simmered happily to himself. "Ooh, not long now," he thought, as he saw Henry the green engine slowly approaching. Thomas's brakes were not hard on, and suddenly he felt his wheels begin to move. He tried to stop, but he couldn't without his driver and fireman. He tried to whistle a warning, but he couldn't do that either. The guard, driver, fireman and passengers were all stranded on the platform.
"Stop! Stop!"
shrieked Danny and Clarabelle. But Thomas, with plenty of steam, kept on going. The alarm went out down the line.
"I'm going to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog."
"Stop the runaway!"
There, ready for action, was Harold the helicopter. The inspector had made a plan, and together they took off into the sky. Meanwhile, Thomas was starting to tire. "I need to stop! I need to stop!" he panted wearily. As they approached the next station, Thomas saw Harold land. They entered the platform slowly enough for the inspector to act. Whilst carefully judging his moment, the inspector scrambled into the cab and screwed on the brakes as hard as he could. At long last, Thomas stopped. Both he and the inspector were very relieved. Then they thanked Harold.
"Think nothing of it. Glad to be of service, any time,"
he said. "Whew," remarked the inspector. "We must never let this happen again, Thomas." Thomas, while weary, could not agree more.